What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Christian with Beyond Worthy, back with another video. And it's been a while. I know y'all probably noticed something different. I shaved my head. I feel like it's a more practical look. But anywho, I'm not going to get into the weeds as to why I made the decision to shave my head. Maybe I will at some point, but that's not what this video is about. Really, this video is just here for me to offer a word of encouragement, also to update you on where I've been, what progress I've made. Anybody who's watched the previous videos knows these started with me recording from my vehicle in the parking lot of my gym, because all of this started with me beginning to proclaim that I want to work towards becoming the best version of myself. And that encompassed a variety of different areas of my life, one of those being my physical health. So the update on that is, and it's really the only update because it's the only area of my life that I've really been consistent and focused on getting better at. And I'll touch on that as we move through the video. But the update on that is that I'm happy to say that I've been super consistent. I've been in the gym officially 5 months now, consistently, faithfully, 3 to 5 times a week. And with that, I feel like I've made some significant progress with my physique. I don't know if I'm going to post any progress pictures. I don't know if I'm there yet. There's still work to do, but I do feel like I've gotten stronger. I do feel like physically I am looking better. I've definitely put on some muscle, but yeah, definitely still work to be done. And I've tried a variety of different routines, different splits. I'm still working through discovering what is going to be the thing that sticks overall. Done a lot of weight training, and now I'm kind of in the middle of like a hybrid type of training where I'm doing weights, but I'm also beginning to integrate more calisthenic movements because truthfully, I want more functional strength than anything. Not just, big show muscles. So yeah, I'm gonna keep playing around with that and experimenting and just having fun with it and enjoying the process. I'm not doing that to make some form of a YouTube video that's gonna go viral and get millions of views because of my transformation. I'm doing this because it's something that I want to stick in my life and an area of my life I want to have buttoned up as I continue to get older and as I move forward. So it's more so for me than anything. But the one thing that I have noticed as I am working through my physical fitness, and I think about all the time, is that I contemplate, or I remember all the time I spent prior to getting back into the gym, thinking about getting back into the gym and planning and watching videos and trying to put together routines and thinking about my nutrition and my diet and all the things I'm going to eat and do and all the things that never actually happened post research, right? Because what I found is that you can research something to death and never take action. So, at that point, your efforts are futile, like they're pointless because you're thinking about doing the thing, you're planning to do the thing, but you're not actually doing the thing. And in actuality, while I do feel like I did learn a lot doing that prep, I lost a lot of time, right? As I've kind of revised my fitness routine, the one thing that I never let stand in the way while I was imagining what the next evolution of my routine was going to be was me stopping my current routine, right? And all that time I was thinking about what that routine was going to be. I could have been doing very practical things to make sure my physical fitness stayed respectable, if not more than respectable. That could be dropping down, doing some push-ups, doing some sit-ups. I could do some dips. You find a chair, do some dips. Go outside for a run, for a walk, something, right? Don't stop addressing a thing while you're planning for the next evolution of that thing, right? You got to continue to work on whatever that is. Otherwise, you're not making any progress. Some progress is better than nothing. Progress over perfection, right? So until you perfect what you want to do, do something. And this is very practical advice that I'm now contemplating carrying over into these other areas of my life that I want to become the best version of myself at. Because the other areas included things like my financial health, becoming the best version of myself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of these things. And I continue to plan, right? This is all learning. This is the evolution of self. This is the evolution of how you approach life. But I've planned, but I'm not taking much action. So I wrote down some bullet points because I can get long-winded and I don't want this video to be super long, right? This is probably my third time recording this video. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to keep this concise. But what I've learned about myself, just thinking about my 5-month consistency in the gym and thinking about how I want to begin to carry this over into other areas of my life, I've begun to think, what's holding me back from carrying these things over into my life? And a lot of it is very practical. This is not going to be any earth-shattering information I'm about to give you. It's going to be an encouragement of love. But the first thing I noticed is mindset. So a lot of times I feel very overwhelmed with all the things I feel like I have to get done in my day-to-day. That could be for my corporate job. That could be for my family. That could be for my friends. It could be for a variety of things, just life stuff, right? Bills, household items, being it, cutting the grass or washing the cars, just everything begins to compound and feel super heavy. And I noticed about myself, when I start to feel like everything is super heavy and I feel like I can't take on the entire world at one time, rather than make small, practical, incremental steps in any direction, I make no movement in none of the directions. Excuse my grammar, but yeah, I make movement in none of the directions. I shrivel up, I lay down, I take a nap. I'll get onto my video game. I'll play hours on 2K. I'll turn my TV on, binge watch some programming on Netflix. Really just avoiding the things that have to get done, because it's almost like out of sight, out of mind, right? Like if I don't look at it, then it doesn't exist. And I can live in some diluted bubble where I only see the green grass, right? But that's just not reality. There are things we have to deal with and we have to address on a day-to-day basis. And if we don't address them, they continue to compound and they move us further away from becoming the best version of ourselves in any and all the areas that we want to become better at. So I noticed as I begin to go to the gym is that I push through. That's the one thing I push through on. Even when I've had a long day, when somebody says something ridiculous that's gotten in my head and made me feel bad about myself, whether it's super early or super late, I've committed to the idea that regardless of what happens throughout the day, I'm going to find a way to get into that gym and do some form of a workout. And even if I don't make it to the gym, I'm going to do a workout at home. I'm going to do X amount of push-ups. I'm going to do X amount of pull-ups. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to jump rope. I'm going to do something, right? And so we need to begin to do that in these other areas. I need to begin doing that in these other areas. So what I've done is I've begun to try to remove distraction, because distraction is the enemy of progress, right? We often distract ourselves because, like I said, we don't want to go through the pain. We don't want to go through the hardship, through the hardness of becoming better. We want to be better, but we don't want to go through what it takes to be better. We don't want to take the steps. We want everything now, not even understanding that there's a lot of effort and work that goes into becoming great. So for me, I unplugged my PlayStation 5. I put it away. I put it away probably about 3 to 4 weeks ago. Haven't touched it. I've thought about it, but I haven't touched it. Recently, I started watching less TV. Today, I actually haven't turned the TV on at all. And I feel really good. I feel like I got some things done that need to be done. And there's still more to do even after I record this video. But what I've also found is that Rome wasn't built in a day. And as much as I put these frameworks and I do these things to try to move myself towards becoming the best version of myself, what I'm also understanding is that the best way sometimes to tackle building these new habits or, putting away distractions is to just do it. I know that sounds blunt, probably an oversimplification, but it's just to do it. Because if you think about doing it too long, you're probably not going to do it. If I thought about putting my PlayStation 5 away too long, it would have probably still been over here. And I did think about it a long time, but the day it got done, I just said, I'm doing it. I went back there and I did it. Today, I made a promise to myself I wasn't going to turn the TV on. I haven't. Our vices have such control over us that it becomes increasingly hard to remove those distractions. We actually, we negotiate with ourselves. We try to give ourselves some sort of permission to continue to indulge in the things that are defeating our progress and preventing us from becoming the best versions of ourselves. And I don't want to be that anymore. I want to take back control over my life, my focus, my attention, my energy. I mean, hell, today, even with turning the TV off and not having access to video games, I still found it very difficult for me to focus on my modules. Just to, touch on it briefly, I have so many courses that contain so much information that I know will help propel me to where I want to be, but I've not even completed a single one of them. So I made the effort and I've dedicated myself to ensuring I finish all of these courses and get all of the knowledge, the relevant knowledge to help me propel myself. So I sat down and I spent some time in one of them today and, going through a module that probably should have taken me about an hour, took me about 2.5 to 3 hours. Because my brain is still conditioned and programmed to succumb to my lower self, to give in to my vices. And I'm getting better at it. I'm not perfect at it. But the best way I found to remove those thoughts from my brain is when I know that I'm beginning to give into it. When I pick my phone up to watch that YouTube video, I immediately shut it down within about a minute and told myself, I don't need to watch this. Put it away. That was the best thing to do. I didn't watch a video about how do I watch less YouTube videos? How do I avoid being distracted by social media? We have a tendency to over-research and over-analyze what happens to be some of the most practical things that we can do. We look for some sort of answer or guidance or some sort of permission to do the things that we already know that we should or should not be doing. Stop doing that. Focus. Lock in. You have goals. You know what you want to do. All of this other stuff that's not serving you, put it away. Who cares about what's trending on social media? Who cares about the political climate and what's happening on CNN and Fox News and all of that? Who cares about what your favorite celebrity is doing? Who cares about what your favorite sports organization is doing? Right? You care more about things that really don't serve you and honestly, people who really don't even know you exist or care about you. Shut it down, build the self-discipline, get locked in, know what you want to be, know the type of life you want to live. You get one shot at this thing. Shut down everything that doesn't help you so that you can begin to live the kind of life that you want to live, walk in your purpose, and begin to feel more fulfilled in what you have going on, more so than feeling some arbitrary sense of fulfillment by acknowledging other people's wins and accomplishments. So that's all I can say, man, is push through. For myself, I'm looking to push through. I have so many things I need to get done. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family. Anytime I take away from focusing on the things that I know are going to push me forward in a way that can help my family and my friends is selfish. And I consider myself to be a selfless individual. So, I got debt I got to get out of. I got lots of debt I need to get out of. I got things that I want to overcome mentally and emotionally. There's things that I know I need to put together. I need to get my household together. This beautiful blessing the Lord has given to me remains largely untouched and unorganized. I'm changing all of that. I promise I'm going to change all of that. I'm going to lock in and focus. And hopefully y'all are going to do the same. So anywho, man, I done gone off on a tangent. I tried to keep this video short. I'm not recording this again. It's 15 minutes and 47 seconds, and I'm probably not going to edit it. So anywho, if you enjoy the video, man, leave a thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, my apologies, man. I'm going to try to focus on getting more concise. I'm sorry I get long-winded. I'm very passionate about progressing. I'm very passionate about everybody progressing, man. Everybody just becoming the best versions of themselves. Everything in this world is looking to distract you from becoming you, from being you. We are freaking zombies out here, man. Like, we are so far removed from our humanity. Like, I just want everybody to win. I want to win. I have no choice but to win. I'm at my wit's end. So I have to win. But the only way you can win is if you first begin. So anywho, that's it, man. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And until we meet again, be easy. Holla at your boy. Peace out.